If you could pick between $100,000 tomorrow or $1 million in 10 years, what would you pick and why? $100,000 tomorrow. I could get myself a place, stick half of it in savings and start to actually live my life. It's not the option that gives me the most wealth. But life isn't about wealth, it's about living. And I'm fed up of my current situation. First 100K answer that's made me think about my 1 mil choice in the entire thread. I'm not getting that kind of return on 100K. I can survive the 10 years without a windfall. I mean, it's not like I'm expecting one now and know I'll survive. Yeah, that's a great rate of return. You could be very aggressive about leveraging yourself if you knew the money was coming. 100K to 1 mil in 10 years is a 25% compounding rate. Good luck finding that anywhere else. 100,000 tomorrow because I'm 55 years old and not in the greatest of health. I'm also 55, and I'd take the money tomorrow. Fuck future me, smiley face. ITT, a lot of people who might die by 2030 edit, also ITT, mathematicians. Also ITT, a lot of people who know how to wisely invest $100,000 and grow it to over $1 million in 10 years. Warren Buffett would be proud. Average market growth is about 10%, pre-inflation. But since the $1 million is going to get eaten away by inflation, it's fair. And even though some people might think that is optimistic, let's go with it to make the point. So over 10 years at an average of 10% annual growth, 100,000 would grow to 259K. So you're better taking the 1M in 10 years if you care about long-term gains. $1 million in 10 years. Can just stop paying my pension for some extra bonus cash now until the big payday comes. That's kind of where I'm at. Stop paying into my 401k, worrying about aggressively paying student loans, and just use my freed up cash flow to enjoy myself a little more for the next 10 years. The $100,000 because with all my Wall Street bets experience I'd rake in the tendies and be on a yacht in no time. Literally can't go tits up. $1 million in 10 years. 100%. I'm only 18. I probably won't have even entered my final career at that point. 1 mil please, I'd only be 26. That's when I'd be just really starting my life. Hello young me. I have some news for you. 26 ain't as far away as it seems and I still don't have my shit together. 100K tomorrow. I was just laid off today. Big warrior laid off from job? Big warrior does life's battle. Big warrior faces adversity and struggles. Big warrior maintains struggle to prevail. Big warrior sacrifices to prevail and learns many lessons. After the battle, big warrior has learned many lessons. Big warrior picks up a bigger sword than he had before. Big warrior magicot. This sounds silly, but made me feel a lot better for some reason. I'm just going to keep repeating this to myself until it stops hurting. Thanks for this. $1 in 10 years. I don't believe I can spend that $100,000 into over $1 within that 10 years. Certainly not when you factor taxes and other fees. Also, as much as I'd love that money, I don't need it right now. It would be life-changing right now, for sure. But that $1 safety netting 10 years would be even more life-changing. So I'd just stick it out. Enjoy my life as usual. Do my thing. Sleep a little easier knowing I get one hell of a birthday present coming in 2030. $100,000 tomorrow. Based on my mental health, physical lifestyle, and diet, it's unclear whether I will be here in 10 years. Edit. How did this comment blow up? I was mostly joking. I do have major depressive disorder, but it's managed by medication and therapy. First thing my therapist told me was start taking care of myself better. So I am working on that, but I do appreciate everyone's concern. Thank you for the comments. But it is something to look forward to. Cardiac arrest doesn't care if he is looking forward to it. tomorrow please. I have debt and stuff that can be settled now, allowing me to use my own income more effectively for the next 10 years. I don't know if I'm gonna be here in 10 years, or if I'm gonna need that much money. What I know is that tomorrow I'll be here and I'm gonna be broke AF. So yeah, the first option, 100,000 now. I am 67, better now than never. 61 here, same thing. I'm not planning on being here in 10 years. Stick around, we live in interesting times. 100,000 tomorrow because I need the money tomorrow, but I may not even be alive in 10 years. 100K tomorrow. No question. I could quit my job that crushes my soul. I could move to a city that would be a better fit for me. I could go on a trip and relax for a few weeks. Look, I don't expect this to fix all my problems, but I could restart my life a bit and not compromise in as many areas. Yeah, I'm turning 29 and trying to finally finish my bachelor's degree while working full-time. Would much rather be able to quit my job, focus on meeting my personal goals, and improve my overall quality of life sooner than later. I'll take a more fulfilling career and some buffer to figure my shit out 100%. Why does every Redditor think they're gonna fucking die within 10 years? Depression is a bitch. Edit. Thanks for the silver. In all seriousness, depression is awful and be patient with people who have it. We appreciate it. 100K tomorrow. When I was 26, I almost died. Changed my outlook on a lot and made me realize you never know when you could go. I second this. Near-death experience at age of 22. Being in hospital for weeks staring at the ceiling changed my outlook. Live for the moment. 1M in 10 years. Of course, that's the equivalent of getting a 26% annual return. That's like Bernie Madoff pie in the sky interest rates. The only reasons anyone would choose 100K today is either 1. They are desperate for cash now, or 2. They have absolutely no concept of deferred gratification. The former is totally understandable. If you need money, you need money. If it's the latter, they're just fools. Or 3. They don't think they will be alive in 10 years. Or 4. They don't think whoever promised them $1 million will be around in 10 years. 100K tomorrow also gives you 10 more years to enjoy and have a better life. Probably more if you count the ones being shaved off by stress. I don't need to be a millionaire. I just like to live comfortably. I hate these questions. It makes me feel like I have a choice, but even after I answer, I know I'm still going to be a broke MF. So true. I actually spent time entertaining the thought. Got excited about what I could do with $100,000 and then remembered it's never gonna happen. Now I'm sad. The million in 10 years. 100K could change my life, but I would be boring and invest it. 1 million could make a big immediate impact when it comes. I am okay with delayed gratification, and the 100K will not net me $1 million after a mere 10 years. Getting 1 mil later is wiser, and I'd choose it, but just barely. 100K now would have so many immediate benefits for the quality of my life and my family. If I was 21 and not 31, then I'd tell the 100K to fuck off and come back in 10 years' time. Yeah, I'm 28 and I'm still going 100K tomorrow. It's not about when I might die. It's about enjoying my life. I won't enjoy it more in 10 years with $1 mil than I would now with money to spend on traveling or be debt-free, etc. $100,000 tomorrow. The immediate freedom it would afford me would be incredible. $100,000 tomorrow means I could invest in a good career and drastically increase my earning potential. This is the smart move. 1 mil isn't retirement money. Unless you're like 65 right now with a 401k plan. Taking the 100,000 now allows you to put yourself on a better path earlier, which will lead to a happier life in the end. Or you wait 10 years and have more money, but more of your life is gone. But I'm 30. Now if I was 16 I'd probably wait till I was 26. $100,000 tomorrow. We're running and growing a small business. A real one. Not MLM stuff. And I think that investing that much in our growth today would make it worth more than $1 million 10 years from now. $1 million in 10 years, no doubt. Though, I had to think about it because $100,000 would pay off all of my debt. Student loans for me and wife, my current car loan, and my roof that needed fixed. All in all, I pay about $950 in student loans a month. Then $110 on the car and another $110 on the roof. That's a total of $1,170 a month. Or $14,040 in a year. Even after 10 years, paying off my loans now would only net me $140,400 in savings over 10 years. Not even close to the million. And that's just the rough math. The car and roof would both be paid off in 5 years, so that number would probably be a bit lower. Edit. After looking through the comments, I'm honestly amazed how many people went with the 100K. I'm not taking that bet. I could get run over tomorrow. I'll take the 100,000, then invest some of it and use the rest for college. Some of college. If you get run over tomorrow, then you can't use the $100,000 either. I could to save my life. If I got hit, I could pay for surgery. If it was tomorrow, I'd settle for £1,000. Hell, if it was a certainty, I'd be happy with £100. Same. People are talking about how $100,000 would be cool but not overly impactful for the monsieur. Half of that would solve literally every problem I have. And $1,000 would give me a chance to breathe. Maybe a good night's sleep? I hope your situation improves. Whatever it is, best of luck, friend. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people on Reddit must be living very comfortably. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for an extra grand right now. 99% of the things I would do wouldn't even be appropriate to say in this comment. 100K tomorrow. Absolutely. That would pay off all of our debt. And our mortgage. And it would set my wife and I up perfectly to start a family. 1 million in 10 years is a lot of money. Sure, but I'd rather the next 10 years be debt-free arbs easy living than the struggle bus that our life is now. 100.000. No idea how long I've got to live. Why just $100? Why not just take the whole $100,000? Lots of Europeans switch. And they switch. And what? And cheat themselves out of a lot of money. Take 100K. Pay off my few debts. Buy some fentanyl. Give the rest away and kill myself. Best timeline. Why would you pay off your debts and then kill yourself? That makes no sense. Never know who controls the afterlife. Why pay them if you aren't going to use the money anyhow? If you're gonna die, why pay the debt? It dies with you. Hey bro, don't kill yourself. Fight. I have no immediate plans to kill myself and not anticipate that changing in the next week. 100,000 tomorrow. Pay off my house and other debts and bank most of my paycheck and have more than a meal in 10 years. How will you have more than $1 million in 10 years if you're using the 100K to pay off debts? If she is in debt, then the interest might be higher than 26%. This is the marshmallow experiment they do on kids. But I might not live for another 10 minutes. I'd better eat that single marshmallow right now. And that is the correct answer. Once the first marshmallow is eaten, the mind-bending energy of those concentrated refined sugars should provide sufficient energy and motivation to procure more marshmallows via any means necessary. There are far more factors here than in the marshmallow experiment. 100K now. Lot can happen in 10 years. I'm borderline homeless now. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.